welcome back to the channel. Derek Van Shake here. Chris Watts is the Colorado man accused of murdering his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters on August 13th, 2018. When this interview was recorded, Chris claimed his family was just missing, and at this time, it was merely a missing persons case. The next day, Chris admitted to killing his wife when he claimed he caught his wife murdering his 2 young daughters. His wife's body was found in a shallow grave in an eastern Colorado oil field where Chris worked, and his 2 young daughters were found dumped in an oil tank. I live in South Denver, so this literally hits close to home. From his own admission, we know he killed his pregnant wife, but did he also murder his 2 young daughters? We're gonna analyze his body language during this local NBC interview to find out what he's subconsciously telling us.
Wherever they're at, like, I have no inclination of where they're at right now. Like, I've exhausted like every friend that I know of, and every friend that I have has called friends that Shanann has that maybe I didn't know about, and it's just like it's vanished. Like, she's not, like, when I got home yesterday, it was like a ghost town. Like, she wasn't here. Kids weren't here.
And pause. I'm sure all the parents can attest that not knowing where your young children are is one of the scariest feelings on earth. So why is he smiling when he's talking about not finding them? Also, at this point, remember, he knows his children are dead, and he knows their bodies are decaying in an oil tank.
I have no idea like where they went, and it's just earth-shattering. I don't feel like this is even real right now. It's like a nightmare that I just can't wake up from.
Is Chris Watts good at lying? In some ways. He does make good eye contact, which is very difficult to do, especially when fabricating a whole story that must integrate perfectly within the truth. He doesn't do much nervous fidgeting, but he smirks a lot and doesn't show any emotion. In a situation like this, where he definitely shouldn't be smirking or smiling, it's a huge red flag. In my last video, a viewer pointed out what's called duper's delight, and that's exactly what this is. It's the I know something you don't know smile.
Chris, when did you learn that they weren't here?
It's like, yes, well, I had texted her a few times and called her. I didn't get a response, which that was a little off. And then her friend Nicole showed up about a little afternoon. I could see it on the doorbell camera, and I was like, hey, what's going on? She's like, I can't get a hold of Shanann. And that's when I was just like, all right, something's not right. If she's not answering the door, and she said the car was here, it's like, I gotta go home. And we got here, got inside, and nobody was here. Nothing.
Another smile. How could he smile when it should be a father's worst nightmare come true? What is there to smile about? Well, he's satisfied that his wife and children are gone forever and seems to be proud of what he thinks is a flawless cover-up.
And so I read that Shanann hadn't taken girls to school, which was unusual.
If anyone murdered 2 of your closest loved ones right in front of you 2 days ago, I don't think anyone would be able to not be visibly emotional at this point. However, he's still showing a satisfied look on his face.
Yeah, because like Bella was gonna start kindergarten.
Yep, he actually said was.
Next Monday, and they were just getting ready to start back again.
And so what kind of...
Sucking in his lips, which could be a sign of lying, but since he was also smirking a lot, it could actually be a way for him to hold back a visible smile. Try it yourself by sucking in your lips and attempting to smile.
So your friend Nicole kind of tipped you off at something.
Yeah, because like she was here at the front door, and that's when I kind of knew, okay, like if she's not answering anybody else either, this isn't like her, because I mean she works at direct sales business, and that's her. That's what she does. And for her not to respond to any of her people, I mean, if she doesn't respond to me, that's fine. I mean, like, she's busy, she's got stuff going on. But not to respond to her people, though, that was not like her.
Chris, you've got a beautiful family.
More sucking in his lips, which means he's either lying, omitting something, or trying not to smile. Possibly all 3.
No, and it looks like you all love each other very much. What went through your mind the minute kind of you're like, something's wrong?
It's like I was trying to get home as fast as I can. I was blowing through stoplights. I was blowing through everything, just trying to get home as fast as I can.
He shakes his head when he should be nodding his head to be congruent with what he's saying. He's lying. And he's smiling when talking about what should have been the most scary moment in a parent's life.
None of this made sense. Like, if she wasn't here, like, where did she go?
More smiling as opposed to coming across as concerned?
Like, once I got here, it was like, all right, who can I call? who do I know that she could be with right now? If she went to a friend's house, where could she be staying? And we went through everybody. I mean, just everything in my contact list and her friend's contact list, and nothing has come up. Everybody has said like they haven't heard from her either. I'm just hoping right now that she's somewhere safe, and maybe she's there. But right now it's just like, if she's vanished, like I want her back so bad. I want those kids back so bad.
He doesn't want them back. He's shaking his head no when he's saying it. His smiling in this interview is so over the top, it's sickening. Remember, he knows all his children are dead, and according to him, his wife was the one who murdered them. If that was the case, why is he smiling? It's not even like he could claim it was an act he had to keep up while on camera to sound believable. Because anyone in the world would expect a father who can't find his young children to come across as sad and scared, not smiling and not acting jovial, unless that father was happy they're gone.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about the hard part. Your first thought is, where are they? I want them back. Your second thought is, your friends were telling us, and we kind of heard you a little on the phone. Your second thought is that you're afraid people think you may have done something.
Yeah, I mean, nothing. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion on anything like this. I just want people to know that I want my family back. Like, I want them safe, and I want them here. Like, this house is not the same. I mean, last night was traumatic.
Incongruency, he's lying. If last night was so traumatic, why is he smiling? Last night wasn't traumatic for him. It was what he wanted, a fresh start without a wife and kids.
Last night was, I can't really stay in this house again, like, with nobody here.
More smiling, no emotion, he's not being truthful.
And last night I wanted that knock on the door. I wanted to see this kid just run in, just barrel rush me and just give me a hug and knock me on the ground. But that didn't happen.
Who are you gonna stay with tonight?
Probably my friends Nick and Amanda.
He stayed the night at our house across the hall from our 5-year-old.
That'll haunt me. Just, I mean, unless something develops in the next hours or so, like, I'm hoping that somebody sees something or somebody knows something and comes forward.
What's the hardest part?
More sucking in his lips to either feel like he's locking his mouth shut or to hold back a smile.
Part of all of this for you?
Not knowing, like, if they're safe or if they're in trouble. Like, there's just that variable, like, I'm not sure. I mean, I can't do anything right now from where I'm at. Like, I'm not sure if they're safe somewhere, just huddled up somewhere, or if they're in trouble.
No concerned emotion when talking about how his family could legitimately be in trouble.
And knowing that if they could be in trouble,
now even smiling when mentioning they could be in trouble, likely because he feels satisfied for thinking he outsmarted everyone.
It's earth-shattering right now, and it doesn't feel like it's real.
The weird part of all this, it sounds like everything's kind of locked up. There's no signs of them leaving the house.
No, like, we have camera there, neighbor has a camera. I mean, everything's checked out.
Did you catch that disgusting smirk? Watch again.
Everything's checked out. Everything's checked out.
Total duping delight. And then see how he tries to hold back a massive grin? I actually think that's why he decided to do these interviews with the media. It was his sick way of proudly flaunting his successful work to the world.
Do you have a camera, you said?
The doorbell. Only right there. The neighbor has one over there.
His body language indicates that he's clearly flaunting his work here, likely how smart he thought he was to not get recorded in the act.
Were all the doors around the house locked?
Front door was locked. The garage door was unlocked, but that's normal for, like, when she comes in the house, she leaves it unlocked just so she can come in and out just in case, to get in the garage door, but the back sliding door was locked as well.
So how would she have left the house if she did leave the house? Or anybody?
I don't want to put anything out there, like, just suspecting, like, if something, like, somebody pulled in the back, and because we have a driveway back there from the new townhomes, but
if no criminal act was recorded in the front with those two cameras, that could actually be proof of premeditation, because he may have parked his truck behind the house earlier that night so he could load the bodies and take them away without being seen by the cameras.
it's so hard to tell. Like, there's no cameras in the backyard or anything like that, so it's really hard to even suspect anything right now as far as how she could have left, or if someone came picked her up, or if somebody took her.
See, he knew there were no cameras in the backyard. I'm sure that's how he loaded the bodies into his truck.
Meanwhile, today's reality, you've got cops there, cops here, cops in your house, K-9 units.
I've never seen something like this in my lifetime unless it was on TV or a movie, and this doesn't seem real at all. It just seems like I'm living in a nightmare and I can't get out of it. I just want them home so bad.
He's giving a head shake when he should be nodding his head to be congruent with what he's saying. He doesn't want his wife and children back.
Did you see your kids and your wife whenever, or you had the kids, I forgot.
Yeah, I had the kids over the weekend.
Did you see your wife when she got home?
She got home really late, about 2 a.m. from the airport when she got back from Arizona.
Did you wake up and say,
No, I saw her when she got in.
That part was truthful with a head nod.
But it was really quick.
That was not truthful since he gave a head shake. So it was not quick. I don't think he killed her in the moments of her walking through the door.
Just because it was 2 a.m. in the morning, but I saw the kids in the monitor before I left, and that was it.
No sniffle, likely to show fake emotion in the interview.
What kind of efforts are happening right now, Chris, to find them?
Right now in Frederick Police Department, they've been on point. With the officers, detectives, sergeants, K-9 units here, they're getting sense. So hopefully they can pick up something and kind of go in a direction that will actually lead us to where maybe they're at right now.
Ann?
Shanann went to... Where'd you get that shirt?
Oh, this is I think she got it off Amazon, but this is my favorite college sports team.
I'm sorry, Tar Heel fans and alumni.
Wasn't she just there?
She was, yeah, just in North Carolina. Yep. So she actually probably got it from there. Usually she gets stuff from Amazon, but this one, I like these shirts a lot.
That was probably the most amount of emotion he showed during the entire interview when he was talking about how much he liked his stupid shirt. No more stretchy Tar Heel shirts for him. He'll have to get used to orange.
You guys, you love your girls. Describe your little girls to us, and
So Celeste, she's just a ball of energy. Call her Rampage, because she's just always, she's got 2 speeds, go or she's sleeping. And she's always a troublemaker. She's always the one like jumping off things, just yelling at you and all kinds of things. And Bella, she's the more calm, cautious, mothering type. And she's more like me. She's more calm. But Celeste has definitely got her mom's personality to where she's always just gung-ho, ready to go.
He's talking about his dead children's personalities, and he's showing no emotion at all. If someone murdered his 2 children 2 days ago, it would be easy to show sadness. The reality is that he's happy they're gone.
You guys have a baby on the way.
Mm-hmm.
How you're about to have a 3rd child.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of going through your mind right now too?
That's why I want everybody back.
Head shake. He's lying. He doesn't want his wife and children back.
That's why I need everybody back here.
More slight head shakes. He does not want them back.
I need everybody safe.
Remember, during that whole interview, he knew his own children were dead, and even now claims that his wife murdered them. What does it look like when a man is legitimately sad for a loss of a close loved one? Watch this.
Murder in the 1st degree, a Class 1 felony, and specifically it alleges that between and including August 12, 2018 and August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts unlawfully, feloniously, after deliberation, and with the intent to cause the death of a person other than himself, caused the death of Celeste Watts in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3.
I am Shanann's dad. This is her brother. We would like to thank everyone in the Frederick Police Department and all the agencies involved for working so hard to find my daughter, granddaughters, and Nico. Thank you everyone for coming out to the candlelight visual and saying all your prayers. They are greatly appreciated. And keep the prayers coming for our family. Thank you very much.
Clearly, Chris Watts didn't want children anymore, and sadly was fine murdering them. Due to his lack of emotion combined with his smirking, he definitely seemed satisfied with the outcome he created. There's no doubt in my mind that he wanted his family dead, and he was happy he did it. I hope you share this video so everyone knows why this monster must be removed from our society. Now in the comments, how do you think he should be removed from society? Let everyone know in the comments below.